listening to the Drunken Monks Podcast.
Ooh. We're back.
We're back.
We're back. Ooh, good evening. Denise, how are you?
Good, good.
Yeah?
Can't complain.
You can't complain?
Nope.
We have a guest.
I see.
We have a guest.
Surprising.
Hey, folks. Good evening. My name is Marlo Brown. That is
Denise Faber.
And we are
The Drunken Monks.
The Drunken Monks. Hey, guys. As you can tell, we're in a special location once again here this evening.
Mm-hmm.
We are at the mighty, the powerful, the wonderful Mistral restaurant in the middle of Punda, in the middle of town. And we have had the luck, the good nature to be able to have gotten the owner. What was his name again?
Nicolas Vasquez.
There we go. Nico Vasquez. All right. Nico. Say hi to the people there, Nico.
No, hi to everyone. Buon tardi. Welcome.
Of course.
Thanks for having us, Nico.
Sowieso.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, dude, we are here. We're going to talk it up a little bit. We're going to chat it up a little bit. We're going to have a drink a little bit. And we can see how far that we get, right?
Yes.
So, but first and foremost, guys, what are we drinking?
Rum and Coke.
I think I joined you.
All right.
I think I joined you.
Can never go wrong with rum and Coke.
I am the spoiler. I have coffee. Still good.
Needs to stay awake.
Yeah, exactly.
Needs to stay awake.
I mean, if you run 2 restaurants,
no, three
restaurants. I missed that memo. Which is the third one?
I just heard that there's a new restaurant, right?
Yeah, it's a new
when
one.
did you open the restaurant?
First week of January.
So really new, first week of January.
Wow, hey, cheers to that, man.
Salud.
Cheers to success.
And Vapor Fibra.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Royal Resort. Can we also, as non-guests of the resort, go to the restaurant?
Of course, you're welcome anytime.
Olas y
Copas.
Olas y Copas in Royal Resort Vapor Fibra, where Limoncello used to be.
Exactly there, yeah.
So
okay. Wait,
across from Hemingway.
Oh, that's you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, folks. Well, then if you ever at the Dolphinarium, I think that's a quicker one to explain.
Yeah.
Right.
What if, and my dad and mom says, hey, we are running away from a political problem to get into another one, even though ideologically there are different. I mean, one was from extreme right, and the other one is
super
left. But it's more the thought of insecurity, right? And
right.
My parents decided back then to go back to Chile. But in Chile, we didn't find ourselves.
But that was also in the 90s?
92, 90 something.
Okay.
92, 90,
Okay. So
92.
right after everything, like in Venezuela, you decided to go
exactly.
back.
Exactly. February 92, I think it was. Yes.
Okay.
And while in Chile, my dad didn't feel like a Chilean anymore. My mom neither. My mom is a teacher. My dad is a civil engineering. And
when you went back to Chile, the dictatorship was already over?
It was already over.
1990, right?
1990. The dictatorship was over in 1989, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But, not really much things changed. The constitution remained the same inequity, the same stuff was going on. And it's a big country, it's a cosmopolitan, and the quality of life was not what we were used to, or was not what my parents didn't want to for us as a family.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in 1999, my dad said, you know what, we are going to sell everything and we are going to live where we felt happy, and that was Curacao. And he took the crazy decision to pack everything, and we came here. And so that's when our journey started in Curacao. To me was really strange, because I didn't speak any English. Still, I don't speak much English.
Your English, hey, dude, you're good. Trust me, you're good.
And then forget about Dutch. Nothing of Dutch. But then I came to first, I think it was Rodolfo's. It was really difficult because I didn't understand anything.
Yeah.
Then I went to Albert Schweitzer. And then, I started learning the languages. And then I went to Peter Stuyvesant. Then I did my UNA. And
the university, local
yes.
university, yeah.
And there I studied business administration, international business. And there is where my answering to your question, that is where it started with entrepreneurship. So that was the beginning, if you may say.
But did you feel that you had to follow in your father's footsteps? Because your parents came here and they started a business, right?
Yeah, I was always involved with my dad. I mean, anything my dad did from a very young age, I was always helping with the family business. So it was something more natural. It's not. I mean, you grew up in that. In that entourage, right? I mean.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, then.
But you could have been an entrepreneur with anything. Why food? Why food?
I think 2015, the family business was not really going well. And my dad saw...
Was also a restaurant in 2015?
No, before that we did some other stuff. I was with online selling through Amazon, and my dad did some other stuff. But back then, I mean, in Columbus, we got this opportunity to open La Boheme.
Yeah.
And it was more out of necessity. It was not like okay, let's choose and make a restaurant. We didn't have any clue about restaurant. My dad is, as I said, civil engineering. My mom is a teacher. My brothers are more idealistic. Diego is in Holland. He's study sociology, and Tomas, the youngest one, study philosophy.
Holy moly!
So
wow,
no experience on restaurants. So.
From no experience on restaurants to owning 3 restaurants now.
And not just that, but 3, well, 2 at least that we can vouch for, of the best ones on the island, like at this point.
In town, for sure.
Thank you for that. Yeah. But then we arrived to Punda, and I remember my brother said, okay, you know what, Nico? We need to develop the restaurants, but this is a beautiful city, and we should also help. Very humbly said, but we should also be involved by developing the city too, because we could observe back then a lot of things missing.
Yeah.
Especially in the cultural part, especially in the part of the art, and that was a space that we thought we could. Say something in Punda, and we are all musicians. Diego plays guitar, Tomas also plays guitar, and I play bass myself. So of course, the music is in the family. My mom loves to read books. We come from a country of big names in the literature. I mean, think on Pablo Neruda, of Gabriela Mistral, which is the reason of the name, right? So our culture of our country is very determined by culture and art, and we felt that lack on the city. So our proposal was not necessarily, of course, we're selling food, but it's a little bit more. It's delivering an experience that can give this little part of culture, not necessarily Chilean culture, but also Curacao culture, right? Because we became more part of the island, right?
But hence all of the little artworks that are shown around your whole area, and with the sign, with everything else, it's modern art, damn near.
Yeah, that. But also we generate this stage, and I mean we started with Boheme first, and of course we did all our decoration and all the stuff. But when we opened here, it was quite a challenge because it's the beating heart of Punda, it's the centric point of Punda. But a lot of restaurants fail, and I couldn't get it. I mean, I think it's beautiful if you see the trees, the wind blowing, and in any case, everyone that comes to Punda need to go through this central part.
Right.
And I could not understand how other restaurants fail. I mean, I saw so much potential. But I saw the potential together with the cultural part. So we started the journey with a stage. We needed to have live music. We also are working with a theater company. So they do a street theater. We wrote some poetry inside the restaurant, and that's how we try and still to support all type of art from our local artists. I mean, I can recall, of course, our good friend Oscar that developed all the musical movement in Punda and last year, and all the singers, and then I can recall Arawak Theater. I mean, they are doing an amazing job with the Ghost of Punda. Last week was
Valentine's. They had
a thing up too as well. Yeah.
So this bohemian kind of stuff, I think, is missing in town, and we took that flag, if you can say, and of course we sell food. Don't get me wrong, but the developing, and that was the wise word of my good brother Diego, who said, of course we are gonna focus on our restaurants, but the city also need to develop together with the restaurants, and we need to put our effort on that too. So that was a little bit the...
Okay. All right. Nico already said in the heart of Punda, so we're actually sitting in Gomez Plain for those for reference.
Right.
Just had the garbage truck pass because we're right in the middle of town.
Right in the middle of town.
And so, can you say that the restaurant is the vehicle for your vision of art and artistic expression?
It is a way. It is a way. Definitely, it's an easier way because we fund the artists ourselves, so we are not dependable of any entity. So if we want to have music, we pay the musicians. If we have to have painters, we can fund and cooperate.
So you fund the arts then,
yeah.
Like you really do. Like you put your money where your mouth is.
Exactly. So it make it easier. Now, if I need to look at from the Punda perspective, is a bigger challenge because we face other type of problematics. I mean, of course, we fight a lot because of Punda, but we are fighting. I always say we are playing the float with two fingers. We are not getting much support from the government. There are but few merchants that are cooperating. Not all of them are involved. So to generate art in Punda, it needs to be with people that are convinced, and we are on that team. We are really convinced and passionate about it, and we support from our little stage. That's what we try to do.
May I ask a follow-up on that? You say that the government is not giving you much of a hand, right?
Not now, no.
Not now. What about the Chamber of Commerce? Like, are they like a good partner to have? Or
I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. I think, for example, just now we got the parking, and I think that's a way of giving us tools to generate funds to get somewhere. But we need to develop the whole project as the MO, as downtown management.
Right.
But it's a long term, and you know, think on for example our Curacao sign.
Right.
If it was in our hands, we will paint it and it will be beautiful. But it's not our responsibility and it's not well maintained. And that's something that the government should do, right? I mean, the government should take care of the maintenance of the city. So in a certain way, we are like tied up, right? And for example, the Baron Pulse, if a car hit it, the whole process is a whole protocol that, I mean, if it was up to us, we will fix it and that's it. But we are not entitled. It's not our. We are not entitled to do it. We need to go to the.
You don't have the authority.
Yeah, right now, in a certain way, Mr. Silvania is really active and giving us
the Minister of Finance
really tools. Finally, I think he really is hearing to us. So. Hats up to that. I mean, I think we are going somewhere, but on the short term, it's kind of a tough moment right now, I will say.
Okay, and you said you came to the middle of town, this Gomez Plain where we are right now, and you said you couldn't understand how the businesses, the restaurants are failing, because this is indeed the heart of town. But what do you think is the problem, and why do you think Mistral is a success?
Well, I think the problems are the same now, and I will mention one. I mean, we are here in the middle of the city, but if you look up, there are a lot of empty spaces. And
yes.
Those spaces should be like apartments. We should have bed and breakfast. We should have more living in town, and that probably for the former restaurants, it will make their life easier, right? And probably they wouldn't fail, because if you have people living there, they will consume.
Yeah.
So I think those challenges that they faced before led to this problematic. In our case, we don't sit still. I mean, we generate the problem and then we generate the solution and we keep going. I mean, it's more of a conviction fight. It's like you need to give and then eventually it will be solved.
So
right?
it's basically faith. You're just very optimistic, and you
Conviction
have
more than
faith that it will happen, or that you will find a solution. But is it not also a question of finances? You need to be able to overcome the hurdle to see it through. You say, you're struggling, but you need to have the umph to carry it, through the struggle. Or
I had a discussion with a very, very good friend about being successful, and the discussion was what is the definition of being successful, and then you get at a certain age, you have a house, you have a car, you have a profession, and that's very objective. That's what the society tells you. My vision is a little bit different, and I think that's related to what you're saying. My vision is, I am successful if I can sit in my restaurant and share my passion for wine. I am successful if I can share on stage with musicians, and I'm successful if I can share with my customer a nice conversation about rum. So if you develop what you are passionate about it without worrying about the money, then eventually the result will be money. But fears, you need to be convinced of, you need to be really strong on what you do, and the rest will come. But if you are not convinced of, like you said, if you don't have that faith, the result won't be there.
Okay. But at the end of the day, you need to eat, you need to pay your bills.
And we do. I mean, sometimes we have problems, but we finally do it. I mean, in a certain way, we are very blessed, if you may so say. We do our stuff. I mean, we get there. But more than the financial part, my stress is more in being kind of happy of what you do. If you are not happy with what you do, then your result will be bad. You will have a bad result. But if you are happy with what you do, if you are passionate about what you do, the finance part will come.
Okay.
All right.
It's more than a spiritual kind of way of seeing stuff.
Nico's on a short time span this evening, so I would say for this section, one more question from each of us, and then we would jump into what would Nico do if Nico was king for a day? Like, does that sound like a plan?
Okay.
Yeah? All right. So then, one more question from myself and my partner. Then after that, we're gonna go to break. I would ask, do you think that the rent in town is too high for what it is right now, and that also being a factor of why a lot of the spaces are empty?
Yeah. I think that changed a little bit. I think that image that the rent is high is not that true, because what I know from building owners, they are much more reachable on developing long-term projects. If I can recall some places,
right.
maybe we can be a good example. I mean, we got a nice a nice deal with the business owner here. I mean, with the property owner,
right.
and I think more and more. The rent is not necessarily the issue, it's the long-term vision. And of course, you will have places where the rent is high. I mean, Handelskade is a top location, Bredestraat is a top location. But I think by now, and this is a kind of a call for any merchants that want to come to Punda, I'm pretty sure that the builder owners are much more open to develop long-term businesses, and they will support, for sure they will support, than thinking on rent. The rent, it's more a perception, I will say. And as a business owner in Punda, as a business owner of two restaurants in Punda, I can tell you that perception of Punda being a ghost town is not as such. I mean, we live from Punda. There is traffic in Punda. It's a big place. So maybe you won't see it like maybe in Cykertenche of Sanville, a bunch of people. But how can you fill up Punda with people? I mean, it's huge. but still
Wow.
you see everyone walking here. So rent shouldn't be an issue to come to Punda. I'm pretty sure that if you have a solid business plan, if you have a solid vision, the rent won't be the issue in Punda. The issue is set up a good business plan, and you will succeed because there is people, there is opportunity, and we are the city. I mean, we are where everyone wants to come when they are on vacation. We are the UNESCO heritage. I mean, it's beautiful. What can I tell you? I mean, I'm a really Pundista.
All right, yeah, because you say it is the mentality amongst business owners is changing, and there is opportunity if you have a good business plan. But indeed, it's the perception, because my idea is Punda is a ghost town after 6 o'clock, because right now we're recording on a Tuesday, and it's about 7:45 p.m. And town, with the exception of maybe the Wilhelminaplein area, and you have a couple of guests, town is dead. And it seems that, because I see one business after the other closing shop, and it seems that the business owners prefer to have their building stand empty than to just have a...
And again, that is the perception, and we freely admit.
I think, okay, today maybe is a quiet day.
Yeah.
But come on a Thursday night and we are packed. Of come on a Saturday and we are packed. I mean, from the perspective of the business owners, I think we are facing a change of generation. If you see more new young entrepreneurs are coming out, I mean, there is a generational change with new blood, if you can say,
Yes.
with fresh ideas, and I really believe in that. I really believe that approaching these business owners will lead to new businesses. Of course, you're right. If you ask me, we should have all business open, and we should have shopping nights every day, and we should get there. But it's a process. It doesn't happen from one day to another. But in our case, we would like to lead by example. I mean, we push. And we push, and we will keep pushing because we really believe in Punda. I mean, it's not that the perception is a ghost town. No, we are here, we're living here. Wilhelminaplein does well. There are people here, and there will be more people.
Okay, I know Marlos had 2 questions, but just because we're right here, maybe a little controversial question. Yeah. And yes, you should not put groups against each other, but I feel it's maybe it makes me a little bit sad, maybe, because you are a migrant, a very successful, and you breed Punda, you bleed Punda, you're a Pundista, as you said. And I see a lot of initiatives in Punda, but it seems that local people are lagging behind. I don't know, it could be perception, but
like they're not involved in the conversation is what you're trying to say.
If I look around to see who are the people who are the businesses that are most busiest, to me it seems that they're not run, are not the face in any case is not somebody who's from here and the parents from here and the parents from here. Is it just perception, or is that the case? And if that's the case, what do you think is the problem?
Maybe that's the case. I mean, that's a fact that you're telling. It's not a perception. I think we don't have many local entrepreneurs in Punda. But what's the problematic? I think maybe we are suitable for different stuff, right? I don't know. That's a complex question. But in any case, if I can answer from another perspective, I feel local too.
No, but we're not taking away from you being that.
And I think many of the entrepreneurs are in Punda. They are also local.
Yeah, no, I feel, and not to tell, not to say different, and I agree. I find that if you're here and you love this place and you contribute positively to this place, you're from this place.
And I can tell you one important local entrepreneur that is opening soon here is Pop Culture. Garrick is opening here on the corner. That's
hey, shout out to Garrick, man.
So
twice. Last week and this week.
I don't know if I was able to tell that, but you got some inside information.
We got
exclusive. No, but all right, okay. But then we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna re-up, or if you want another cup of coffee or so, I will definitely get like a re-up, like on my drink. And yeah, D, I guess that we'll be
Right back.
right back.
Ask for the paper plane at your favorite bar.
And we're back again.
Yo, we're back.
We're back again. We're in the building or outside the building?
Outside.
Outside the building
We're on the Planchi.
at Mistral.
Gomez Plain.
Gomez Plain, yeah, man.
With our good friend Nico, who was gracious enough to have helped us start in the first place. We need to tell that story just a little bit.
Tell the story, man.
So what happened is, all right, folks, if you look at the intro for any one of our episodes so far, what it is that you see a bunch of pictures fly by and like stylized and with our name and everything, right? The photo shoot happened here. Like if you pause certain pictures, you would see kind of Mistral in the background too, like as well.
And I was like, Nico must be crazy like Marlo, because Marlo just came. We didn't have nothing. And Marlo
Yeah.
just came with an idea. Marlo said, yeah, we're going to do a podcast. But I know Marlo for a long time. And since I've known him, he's talking about we're going to do a podcast.
Right.
Fast
was
forward, like,
2 years ago, huh?
Yeah. Well, it was 2 years
2019.
ago for the idea, and it was last year that we actioned it.
yeah?
Yeah, because
Wasn't
last
that
year.
pre-corona? It was
It
pre-corona.
was
Yeah,
pre-corona.
yeah.
It
When
was
you came
pre-corona.
here, it was
Yeah.
pre-corona.
Yeah, it was pre-corona.
But we started to really put things out like last year.
See, but you
Like-
came with an idea. That's with a
Right.
big mouth and an idea.
And a big mouth. I mean, that's what I'm here doing right now, right? I mean, geez.
And we came here, and Marlo said, "Yeah, we're gonna ask him." I was like, "No, you cannot ask. You cannot ask somebody." And Marlo, I don't know what Marlo did, and Nico's like, "Hey, yeah, just come, just take pictures, and if you want me to, you know."
I can agree with Nico on this point. You need to have the power of your own conviction. Like you need to understand what you're doing, even if nobody else does. And
If you don't believe in yourself, who will?
who will exactly?
wise
and,
words.
And for me, I like. Of course, the faith is good, but you also need to at least visualize half a path. Like I knew within myself I had the skills to edit and to do this and that and to learn all of this. I knew that me and my partner have enough between us that we can keep a conversation going and we like to talk. And I knew that we can make it look a little good. So I just wanted to try it. And we're trying and we're on season 3. Hey, God bless to that one.
Yeah, good one.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah, and we for a long time we've been wanting to get you back there. We wanted to get you back last season, but unfortunately, again, like with COVID and with everything else, and with how timing was, our equipment wasn't quite there yet. To like as well, we had a hell of an upgrade between then and now, and we're glad to have you, man. We are really,
you,
really,
thank
really glad to have you.
I'm
It
glad
feels
to
like a
be
full
here,
circle
yeah.
moment, you know.
And it speaks to what Nico was saying before. You know, he trusts. He loves Punda. He sees a concept. He's looking beyond the finances and yeah, it's the conviction. We all said it already. And I think you put your money where your mouth is. You trust in people. You trust in creatives. And you give them a platform. So thank you for giving us a platform.
Oh,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you for being here. Yeah.
All right. May I ask a question, sir?
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead.
If you could change 5 things about how Punda is right now to make it more lively, more kind of better, what would you change?
And
Well-
no financial constraints.
I will definitely then stimulate the construction of the building of apartments. That's a
So-
must. That's a really must. I mean,
Residential housing.
people need
It
to come
has-
and live in Punda. That's a must. That's a number 1, number 2, and number 3 probably. I mean, that's really what needs to happen to get the life back.
But just to pause it a little bit, why are there no houses in Punda and not in the city center? Yeah, you got a couple of very expensive apartments here and there, but
Right.
why is it not fully
There
developed?
And definitely Oak, like in
Peter
Peter
May,
May,
yes, Harlow
yeah.
also, but
Yeah, there are. I mean, there are groups that are developing the part of the apartments, but we need more, and we need.
Okay.
If I did have this unlimited budget and all this power, then of course this will be one step. I will make a lot of apartments so people can come and live in Punda and become more a living place. With,
a breathing place.
A breathing place, yes.
Yeah, like it has like a pulse. It has like a soul.
Like any other city. If you
That's
see any
true.
other big city, people just live in the city, and it is the hottest spot to be on is in the city. So that's what we need to get to.
Okay. All right.
I will also definitely stimulate art. I will open stages where I can support the local artists. Maybe I will put some coaching where they can get like free advice of whatever. I mean, anything related to art, I will stimulate it in all form of art, music, theater, painting, literature. That need to come to down. So if I did have all this unlimited budget,
But-
I will put a lot of money on that, and the city will have like different stages where dancers there and people playing music there and people painting. I don't know. That's that will be my dream.
Yeah.
But an addendum to that idea, there's a big stage that isn't used right behind the Curacao side.
Wilhelmina Plain.
Yeah.
Sometimes there is venues, there is people
Yeah,
dancing there, and they get together there. But again, you need to give it some structured form, and to get there, you need this what we're talking about, this dreaming of having unlimited funds. I mean, if you have funds, then you can build the structure and stimulate all these young talents. Now they are getting there, they make use of it, but they don't have the support.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right.
residential areas are bringing
Support-
people back in town. Support the arts.
Support the arts. Probably stimulate young entrepreneurs with crazy and long-term ideas to come and establish themselves in Punda. Of course, if I did have this unlimited budget, I will bring them out. I will bring them all. So, the cities where they need to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Agreed.
And probably I will also help a little bit with the dogs, the street dogs. So develop mechanisms that we have a lot of this
Stray dogs.
Yeah,
Stray dogs.
And maybe also generate some programs for the cholers. I don't know.
For the homeless.
Yeah, for the homeless.
Yes.
What about parking, man? Is parking where it needs to be right now? Like, even if the new company comes, is there enough parking space?
Well, I have. I think we have hope because we won the bid. So we as Punda have that. Now we have a proposal of having smart parking where the city gets benefits of it, not a private sector. And coming back with what we talked before, this is a way that the government gave us as a tool how we can fund ourselves. So if we produce money with the parking, then we can invest in all these projects of art, of maintenance, of you name it.
So the idea is the people who will visit town, they park per hour, and that money that you collect from the parking fees is going to be put back in Punda.
100% back. So we are reinvesting the whole production of money from the parking into the town.
Okay, that's...
So
yeah.
we are by definition as downtown management, a foundation, and anything we produce we reinvest it in town. So that's what we believe in.
Yeah. Okay.
But my question was more, do you think that there's enough parking spaces?
There are enough parking spaces, maybe not all of them near, because of course there are like a premium spot, if you can call them.
Right.
But there are plenty of space in Peter May. There are plenty of ideas that you will hear soon.
Right.
So we are convinced that the parking, if we implement our plans, it will get there. I mean, we will have a nice system.
Okay.
All right. Any other? Because you mentioned now, four?
I mentioned
five.
Okay.
Five.
All right, but then even zoom out. What is your vision your personal vision for town.
What does a dream
This-
town look like
so-
for you?
That's me.
Dream town, yeah. People living in town, art, a nice community around it, vibrant, bohemian life.
Even with the tourists, like even with
Tourists, locals, especially locals. All of you that are watching, come to Punda. It's
Come to
nice.
Punda.
We are here.
The drinks are good.
You are welcome to enjoy Punda. I mean, think about when was the last time that you came with your girlfriend or boyfriend to enjoy a sunset in Punda? Not even to consume, just walk in Punda and enjoy these priceless sunsets. Think on just walking in town and making pictures. The city is full with the spaces that are so beautiful, and think on that people comes from so far away to be where we live in. So come and enjoy your city. I mean, this is what I can transmit is a beautiful city. Enjoy more of it.
Okay.
Yeah, piggybacking on that, or just a little extra fact. We're on the World Heritage list, and in December it's going to be 25. This
What,
is
the
the
whole-
25th years.
The whole town?
Willemstad.
Yeah.
Willemstad is World Heritage. Wow.
Yeah, for now almost
because of
5
like a synagogue and whatnot.
No, because of all the historic buildings that we have, and fairly well maintained. Because there are other cities in the world that also have historic buildings, but we have some that are falling down, but most of them still look good, so we're still on the list.
Right.
Because they will kick you off the list if your city dilapidates too much.
There you go.
And we're still on the list, so it's true. People come from all over the world to see, where we live, basically.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any future plans besides 3 restaurants?
My future? No, that's it. No more restaurants.
No more restaurants?
We'll be back here in like a year and a half, and then we're going to see if no more restaurants.
No, two bars though. 3 restaurants, 2 bars. Who knows?
Now the vision is more music. I want to make more music and play.
Music?
Yeah, I want to play
He's in
more.
a band, huh?
No, like you said, right? No, like him and his brothers also play as well.
Yeah, so
Right.
maybe it's time now to be more the rock star.
Okay.
Rockstar.
I dig it.
Unless I want to believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next time the Drunken Monks are here with Nico, he's going to be in a capacity of rock star.
Hopefully.
Yeah, that would be nice.
And the Drunken Monks are invited for our next gig, so maybe you can
For sure.
see that going on.
Maybe
Yes.
like it'll be like an exclusive that we get the first look at anything. You know what I mean?
Backstage.
Of course, we get to interview people.
Nice.
All right, man. I don't know what else to ask the man, because I think that he's done a good job so far, and he knows what he's after. He knows where he wants to go to, and we can all agree that, however you want to term it or place it, but town does need a little bit of love. It needs a little bit of love, a little bit of support. And Nico just did the call out again. People, come out and support your city, man.
But I would still like maybe as concluding words, final words, Nico, for entrepreneurs, do you have a message for people who are thinking or are struggling, thinking want to set up a business, or struggling to come up with how they should form their business? What would you say?
Maybe I'm
like
not,
any tips where that one is concerned?
maybe I'm not gonna be very theoretical. I'm gonna be more
Practical.
in my style. Be more emotional. Follow what your passion is on. Do the best you can. If you want to be a musician, or if you want to be whatever you want to be passionate about it. And
Right.
then the business will happen, and then the things will happen. But whatever you do with feeling. Put your heart on it. And then you will reach the success that we were talking about, right? If you do things without passion, probably you will fail. So whatever, if this helps you, whatever you do it with all your heart. Put in Chile we say put all the beef on the barbecue. Put all the beaf on the barbecue.
Put all the beef on the barbecue.
Put all the beef on the barbecue. When is Mistral having a barbecue? Soon.
We'll be looking for that beef.
Oh man.
All right.
No, but Nico, but I think because your time is short and we are trying to make sure that you get on time. I guess we do thank you for your time and for your
thank
effort,
you
and definitely
guys.
for the support that you gave us in the beginning, where it was instrumental. Because the one thing that everybody says is that they like the intro. They don't know about the rest, but they like the intro.
You are always welcome here in Mistral, here in Punda, and you are at home here. And yeah, I'm happy to see the project actually happening. So
Yes, sir.
Yeah, applause to you. I mean, you made it.
Thank you.
Bon, thank you, Nico.
Yes, salute.
Vasquez for the hospitality and for welcoming us here. And if you're in Punda, drop by La Boheme, drop by Mistral.
Yes.
Nico will be here.
And also at Iguana Cafe, at Wilhelmina Plain, at the Buren, any place in Punda.
Anywhere, yeah. If you're in Punda, just support a business.
Yeah, too.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Buenas noches.
Yeah, guys, that was it. That was us, and we're out. Peace.
Deuces.